Donald Trump counselor had 5 calls with Russian agent on day of authorizations, say reports. Washington. Michael Flynn, President-elect Donald Trump's decision for national security consultant, held 5 telephone calls with Russia's minister to Washington on the day the United States struck back for Moscow's obstruction in the U.S. presidential race. 3 sources acquainted with the issue said the calls happened between the time the Russian international safe haven was told about U.S. sanctions and the declaration by Russian President Vladimir Putin that he had ruled against backlashes, said the sources. They talked on state of namelessness, referring to interior U.S. government consultations about the issue. The calls brought up crisp issues among some U.S. authorities about contacts between Trump's guides and Russian authorities when U.S. inside organizations battled that Moscow pursued a multifaceted crusade of hacking and different activities to help Republican Trump's race chances against Democrat Hillary Clinton. On 29 December, U.S. President Barack Obama declared he had requested the removal of 35 Russian negotiators associated with being spies and forced authorizes on 2 Russian inside organizations over their contribution in hacking U.S. political gatherings. The organization revealed to Russian ambassador to the United States, Sergei Kislyak, an hour prior to the choice was made open. One of the sources said the telephone calls amongst Flynn and Kislyak were first revealed by Washington Post feature writer David Ignatius. A Trump official affirmed one telephone discussion between the 2 men on 29 December, and said their comprehension was they didn't examine the ascents. The 3 sources worried to Reuters that they didn't know who started the 5 calls between Flynn, a previous 3-star Army general who headed the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency under Obama, and Kislyak, Donald Trump. AP. Nor did they know the substance of the discussions, and declined to state how they learned of them. One source said there was nothing inherently odd or off-base about a Russian ambassador addressing an individual from Trump's group following the U.S. declaration. Moscow, the source included, most likely would need to have some feeling of what Trump's group considered the measures. That conclusion was reverberated Friday by State Department Representative Mark Toner. This building doesn't see anything essentially unseemly about contact between them.